Do you ever feel drained, resentful, or like people just walk all over you? That's not because you're too sensitive. It's because your boundaries are being crossed. And sometimes you don't even know it. You don't even know it's happening. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to set healthy boundaries without the guilt, the fear, the conflict, or constantly having to second guess yourself. I'm Benita Ackerman Dupree, co-founder and owner of the Trauma Recovery School. Now, boundaries are not about shutting people out or about letting the right people in and the right people out, or it being a specifically right way. Without boundaries, we lose our sense of self. We overgive, we burn out, and our relationships really suffer. But here's the problem. For many people who've been through trauma and who struggle with PTSD, boundaries feel absolutely impossible to set. You might fear rejection, you might feel guilty, you might even know what your limits are. So today I'm going to break down what boundaries actually are, why trauma makes it so hard, and give you some really clear steps to start setting them today. So number one, what healthy boundaries look like. Healthy boundaries are flexible but firm. They allow you to say yes, and when they allow you to say yes when you want to, and no when you need to. For example, saying no at work when you're already at capacity, or telling a friend you can't talk late at night because you need to sleep, is the right way to do it. Unhealthy boundaries, either letting everyone take from you without a limit. They just take. There's no giving back. Or when you are wailing yourself off completely, so no one gets close. Like, we will remove ourselves completely and think that's the right thing too. It's not often. Number two, why trauma makes boundaries so damn hard. If you've ever experienced trauma or PTSD, remember, your brain is wired for survival, not for self-prioritization. And it will show up in fear of conflict and rejection. If I say no, they'll leave me, okay, or they'll walk away. Low self-esteem, I'm not important enough to have these boundaries. You get really disconnected from your needs. Like, what do I need? You don't even notice when you're exhausted until you crash, and then it's really too late. And then you have that guilt and obligation. You feel responsible for everyone else's comfort. These patterns are learnt, and it doesn't mean that you can't unlearn them. Absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. Now, there's some simple steps to start setting your boundaries. Number one, know your limits. Notice what feels stressful, draining, or unsafe for you. When do you have that reaction? Write it down. Communicate really clearly, like use tonality in your voice. Know when to use it. If you want to know more about tonality, go onto YouTube and Google, how do I use tonality to become stronger, more assertive? How do I use tonality to set my boundaries? If no is really hard for you to say, it is hard, especially when you've had a trauma response. You need to practice more. There's different ways of saying it. And you do need to practice saying no. Just start. And it's not about saying no, because that's conflict. It's about no, not at this point for me, thank you. Just how you say it. And stick to your boundaries. When you know what you need, stick to your boundaries. And allow some wiggle room, like adjust the boundaries if need to. So, for example, if your friend calls late at night and you go, you know what, I really love our chats, but I really have to sleep tonight. So would you mind if we talk tomorrow night a couple of hours earlier? Or I tell you what I'll do, I'll give you a ring tomorrow afternoon. I've got some time. Or when your boss dumps work on you last minute and they're not hitting their deadline, suddenly it becomes yours. You need to say, I can really help you occasionally at late notice, but unfortunately this evening I need to go home. So, you know what? Boundaries aren't selfish. Boundaries are the ultimate act of self-respect for yourself. And when you set them, you teach others to follow. You teach people how you want to be treated back. And you protect your mental mindset, your energy, your relationships. And if you are struggling with them because of trauma, please believe you're not broken. You've learned survival patterns that can be replaced with healthy, respectful communication. Now, if you found this really helpful today, make sure that you jump into our free Facebook group. Subscribe to our YouTube channels. I try really hard to create a new video sort of every week. We provide really deep trainings for you, deep stuff that will really matter. And if you're ready to finally stop the people pleasing, help stop overgiving, and you want to stop that burnout, and that is exactly what we do in the trauma recovery method. Come and find out more about us. Come and find out what we can do for you. You know, if you struggle with your food and gut health, it's so closely related to trauma. Gut issues these days are really linked to your trauma and your PTSD. But our nutritional coach and therapist, Carrie, helps you to support your gut health. When you need help with confidence and self-esteem, we have our fantastic resilience coach, Megan, and she comes from a trauma lens. They're all trauma trained. If you want to help with your trauma patterns, well, we have our weekly TheraCoach sessions and our deep dives, and we help to start you to heal once and for all. Have a super amazing day.